here today with a good friend of mine. Her name is Robin Haysbert. I have not seen her in forever, so I'm just visiting. I dropped by, brought her some wine because she always gives me wine when I'm in town, and I have here, it's called Dr. L. This is a German Riesling. So we're gonna drink this and we're just gonna chat, girlfriend to girlfriend, and talk about some things and see. So you wanna pop this open and pour us some wine, see what you think about it. She likes sweet wine, y'all, so I brought some sweet wine. I bought apple spice for her, tastes like apple pie. I'd probably drink that with a dessert wine, but we're gonna do the Riesling and see what that tastes like.
Hello?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Y'all, we just chilling.
We are just chilling. Haven't seen each other.
Yes,
and this is my girl. She always gives me cheers.
Cheers.
Salute. Let's taste it. See what it tastes like.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not really.
And I am not a Riesling person. This is pretty good. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a German Riesling, like I said.
That's pretty good.
It actually is pretty good. I'm loving it.
What is this?
Dr. L.
Okay. That's pretty good.
And I'll leave information for this bottle of wine in my comments at the end of this video. But anyway, I follow Robin on Instagram. And she follows me. And I saw that she was writing a book sometime last year, and I told her that I always wanted to get with her and talk to her about this book she's writing. And she always gives me encouragement. She'll send me a text, she'll call me, you know, and I haven't seen a wine video, you know, what are you doing? You know, let's get it together, we'll pray together. She just sends me a lot of good spirits coming from her soul, really from her soul. And so this girl is like a kindred spirit to me. So she has a book coming out, so I'm actually gonna sit here with you guys, drink some wine. She made a fruit tray. And we're going to talk about this book. I really want to know the ins and outs of it. It's not published yet, but it's on its way. And so I'm just really interested in finding out about it. So I came over here, brought her some wine as a gift, and we're just going to chat.
We're just going to chill. We're just going to chat it up and just talk. Just talk. So,
girlfriend, let's talk about your book. What made you write the book? What made you want to write a book?
Oh my gosh. You know, years ago as a child, I would always try to write my thoughts down. At the time, I didn't know it was called journaling. And I would do that. I would write on any piece of paper I can find. I would write my thoughts. And I was always a loner as a child. I would go out. Yeah. I would go off by myself. And my sisters, I used to drive them crazy because I would be off somewhere and they couldn't find me. So my mom had to send them out to find me. I was, girl, somewhere by myself in my own imagination. And then I said, just start writing my thoughts down. Just writing my thoughts. And a lot of times I thought I was just really weird, but no, it was just me. And it didn't take until I grew up to find out there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just being by yourself, being different.
That's right.
And just having your own thing. That's right. Moving in your own groove. There's
now, did you ever get bullied being...
Yes! Oh my gosh. Girl, I know I got bullied. It didn't have to do with me being different. It was just bullied. And I remember, because I went to College Hill. Was it College Hill? Yes, on Cedar. And in College Hill. We grew up on Lantana.
Now we are in Cincinnati, Ohio, so this is what she's talking about. So,
I should have said that. I remember being bullied and being, girl, chased home. And chased home. And I'm like, I particularly remember this guy. And he used to bully me all the time. And I never knew why.
That's usually it.
So I grew up, fast forward some years. I saw him in the store and he was with his wife. I didn't know at the time it was his wife, but he was with this young lady and found out it was his wife. And now I remember you. I remember your name. You used to bully me. His wife, ears perked up. She ran over there. She's like, no, he didn't. I'm like, yes, he did. Girl, by that time, I was, and he was like, no. I'm like, yeah, you did. And you used to run me home. She's like, no, you did. I'm like, yes, he did. And he's like, I am so sorry. Girl, but I could not understand why I used to be bullied. I couldn't understand it. I was quiet. And also, I had a speech impediment.
Okay.
I stuttered.
Okay, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I stuttered. And to this day, sometimes I'll find myself falling over my words and stuttering.
That's okay, though.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Of course, back then, I didn't know that that was okay. After being bullied and, chased home. And so, yeah, I went to my quiet place.
Okay.
I went to a place where I can write down my thoughts and whatever was in my head. As I started growing up, I would start journaling more, and I start writing out these books.
Mm-hmm.
They were all in my head. There were some on Post-it notes, and whatever I found, whatever thought popped in my head, I wrote it down.
So is this your first book, or
This is my first book.
Okay,
so I have other books, but this is my first book.
Okay.
And it's called Scattered.
Okay, so tell us about
And
Scattered.
Scattered, the title is because the way my brain operates.
A little scattered.
A little scattered. A little scattered.
You're not the only one with that, though. Mine runs that way as well, girl.
A little scattered. So
Okay,
it's about
Now, is that the book cover? Can you hold that up?
This is the book cover. This is an unedited version of the book cover.
Okay.
Of course, it's going to be sleep, whatever. This will be gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rough draft.
Rough
Okay.
draft. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's a book of poetry.
Okay.
Um,
Now, is it different poets, or you're the only poet in the book? You're writing this whole book
I'm the
yourself?
only poet.
Okay, gotcha.
All of this is from me.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's a book of poetry, short stories, and random thoughts.
Wow. Okay, that's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, random thoughts. The poetry, some of it's from what I feel inside and what I see around me.
Okay.
There's a poem in the book. One night it's called The Nightlife.
Okay.
And from my bedroom, I can see the nightlife around me. And this is between 12 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And I look at the people outside. I couldn't sleep that night. Look at the people, and I wondered what was on their mind and why were they out? They were just walking the streets. The night walkers, why were they out? What were they doing?
Mm-hmm.
There were guys out, there were girls out. I heard, conversations going on, and I just wrote a poem from that.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So did you section your book into short stories in this section, poems in this section? It's not a mixture. It's just sections.
So the first part is the poetry.
Okay.
Second part is the short stories.
Okay.
The last part is the random thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So how many pages is the book?
The pages, if I'm not mistaken, I submitted the book, they sent it back because they needed me to polish up some stuff.
Okay.
So the book is 60 pages.
Okay. Okay.
So this is
so it's a quick read.
It's a quick read. It's a paperback. It's a quick read.
Okay.
So this is not my novel. I still have that.
Okay.
And there's maybe one more book prior to my novel coming out. So,
okay. Okay.
But yeah, this is just a quick read.
Okay.
And just something simple. And I will hope that my work will speak to the audience. I would hope that it will speak to maybe encourage, thought-provoking, and just like,
Is there anybody special that you, what do I want to say, devoted the book to, or anybody that actually ran across your mind when you were writing the poems, or even thought about writing this book?
My husband swears the book is about him, but I'm not going to know.
Always gonna be up in the mix. Always gotta be up in that mix somewhere. It's about me. Right about me. Let me get it here. But yeah.
There was, especially in the poetry, there were people who came to mind.
Okay.
When I was writing, and the poem itself was depicted after that person and what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you always done poetry in school, or is it something you just picked up later on? Like you said, you journaled a lot when you were younger, and I learned later on, because I always thought poetry had to rhyme, you know, and it doesn't.
It does not.
So, is your poetry more of the non-rhyming sector,
non-rhyming?
Okay.
Now there's some rhyming.
Okay.
But it's non-rhyming.
Okay.
And yeah, poetry does not have to make sense to anybody but the writer.
Exactly.
And I know when people will read it, that they're going to say, well, what is she trying to say? But if you read it thoroughly and look at it really deeply, you'll know, like, okay, that is what she's trying to say.
And if you have some questions, I'm going to leave her number. You can call.
Yes.
No, not really. I'm
like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, just what it sounds like you're saying is dig deeper.
Exactly.
Know? Yeah, just dig deep into it.
Because
it
may not be what it's actually talking about, what the story is about.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I want to get over.
Yeah, it's no different than basically having a glass of wine and, you know, opening up your palate to different things.
Exactly.
Thinking out the box, drinking out the box, just doing something different and trying something new.
Exactly.
So, you know, I get it. You know, I'm really excited. I can't wait to read it. Do you have something a poem or something you want to share or anything, just to give us a little sample of your book or anything like that? Or
I just bought some pages.
Okay.
And this is a rough draft, and I think I have edited this. It's called Desire.
Okay.
It says, I desire. My thirst is constant. I lie to get it. Deceit is present. My untruth reigns. Don't you desire me too? Nothing can quench it. Incognito, I travel to find it. Don't hold it from me. Lips that speak seduction. Eyes that lure you to it. Desire.
Girl gave me a little chill. That's interesting. And this particular poem was, I had a particular person in mind. Okay.
When I wrote it.
Okay. Have you ever thought about greeting cards with some of your poems?
Actually, I have.
Okay.
And it's funny that you asked me that, because I did think about greeting cards, and I did a sample maybe 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Okay.
Well, actually, was it 2? Yeah, 2 Thanksgivings ago.
Okay.
I did a little Thanksgiving card, a greeting card. So yeah, I did.
Yeah, because that sounds like something, you know, because there's a lot of, what I'm finding out, there's a lot of artsy people coming up with this generation. And just to be different and hear something different, and then to really dig in and go deep into thought over what you just said. It has me sitting here thinking now over some of the things you said. So, you know, very interesting. I can't wait for it to come out. Are we looking at a time frame on that book to come out?
Well, I talked to the publisher last week. We went over some things that I need to address.
Okay.
He said once I correct those and resubmit the poetry, it will go into publishing, and then they're going to send me another email, shoot me another email. He will call me to let me know when a release date will be. Okay. So I'm looking at maybe the end of November.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you work with an editor while you were writing the book, or any what I want to say? Did you have any guidance? Did you have someone that was helping you and leading you along the way?
One person that I sort of gleaned from and asked questions. She's from Flint, Michigan. Her name is Blackbird. Okay. And she's an author, and you can find her on Instagram. So I actually saw a Q&A she had. I had a question, and she told me to call her. I called her, and we have been in touch.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, I just spoke with her 2 weeks ago, because I was getting some questions answered that I wanted. That I had some questions for her. She gave me the answer and told me what to do, what not to do. So, yeah. Her name is
social media.
Yeah. So Yeah, she has guided me. That's the only person.
Okay.
Now, the publisher that I'm going through is Bookbaby.
Okay.
They have their own editing section, so when my book was complete, sent it to them. They did the editing, sent it back, the markups, which I need to do. So I did that, submitted it, and now I'm having to clean up some stuff. So.
See, and that's one thing that I've always admired about you too. No matter when we talked or what we discussed or what we talked about, you were never scared to share information. Because I remember we were both trying to build a website at one time.
Yes.
And you were telling me who you use. And I think you was going through some students at UC or something, trying to get some stuff done. And you told me what you were doing because this world is big enough for everybody to get a piece of it.
Everybody has a seat at the table.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not mind helping. I don't mind sharing. I don't mind uplifting. I don't, because I think that's what it's all about. We have to uplift one another. Because sometimes I find myself, I feel like I'm just by myself flailing in the water just like this, and I don't know which way to go. But I have reached out to people, and they have been so gracious, you know, enough to like, hey, this is what I did. This, especially like this young woman, Blackbird.
Right.
She's an author, I think, of over 20 books.
Okay. Okay. I know there's a gentleman in Atlanta that I reach out to. His name is Altwan Daniels, and
I think we talked about him.
We talked about him.
Yes.
And he's actually an author. He's wrote a few books, and I've read his books, and we become good friends. You know, even though he's in Atlanta, I've never met him or anything like that. But if I'm feeling down, I have his phone number. I'll text him and talk to him, and he'll give me his advice and things like that. It's just a good way, you know, because there's some good people out there, and there's people out there that are doing it, and you know, you can reach out to them and they will, you know, help you out.
Exactly.
You know, and you're one of those people. I never, you know, I get off the phone with you and I'd be like, you know what, it's a blessing to have this girl in my life, because
and vice versa.
You never shunned me away. You always take time for me, and like I said, you share anything. When I was talking to you, like I said, specifically about my website, and you was like, girl, you need to do this. This is who I go through. You know, not that I ain't telling her nothing because I don't want her to blow up for me or me. You know what I'm saying? Like some people get that mindset, and I've always appreciated you for that.
Honey, you're more than welcome.
You know, so
it's about sharing, and like I said, it's about uplifting. It's about encouraging the other person. You know, it's about, we should have a servant attitude. We should. We should be able to serve one another.
Right.
And not think about like, well, no, I ain't gonna tell her nothing because I don't want her to get the kudos and I'm not.
Exactly.
It's not about that.
Yeah. And the support, you know, because we don't support each other enough, or I don't know if we're jealous or what the case may be, or thinking that somebody's all that or whatever it is, but like I said, to support each other and to support not only black-owned businesses, white-owned businesses, green-owned businesses, orange-owned businesses. We are supposed to be all one. So just to get that support, especially the small businesses in this time, everything that's going on, to keep people afloat and keep our economy going. You know, so it's just so important to share and to you know, just be giving. You know, it is. Yeah.
And you said you hit on something. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, green, purple, yellow. That reminds me, because there's another address, same number, same street name over in Norwood. That's in Cincinnati. So a lot of my mail go to her, and I get her mail. We have become friends.
Wow.
Because of the mail. Because of the mail. I have taken mail up there. I have sat on her porch. We have talked. We've had tears. And I've talked about our children, her children. And I also talked about David. And I'm like, what about David? So she got to meet my son the other day. And she's like, oh my gosh. And he's like, Mom, that's what I'm talking about. He like, just people mixing black, white, or whatever. And she's like, she's a nice lady. I'm like, yeah, she's really sweet.
Right.
Really sweet. So it's just like you said, it's about people.
It's about people, you know, it's about people. It doesn't, and people don't have, you know, you shouldn't see color in people.
Exactly.
You know, so, you know, it's out there. I have so many friends out there and so many friends that support me, and I appreciate each and every one of them. You know, when I come home, these are some of the best times, because now, as I get older, I can appreciate coming home. Or before it was just like, I'm coming home, I'm going back to California, I'm coming home. But now as I get older, I see, and so many deaths have occurred, occurred between, so many men. I feel like some of my best guy friends, every time I come, it's like somebody's passing. I don't know, what's going on, but, and I appreciate each and every time, and I'll tell people thanks for the memories, thanks for this, because
you got to have the memories. Like that, exactly. Exactly. So, especially with what's going on now, what the climate is today. This pandemic, people are leaving this earth left and right, and you never know if you're going to see them again.
Exactly. So we should appreciate it. But I am so proud of you with this book. I cannot wait to read it. I want my autographed copy. I don't care if I'm here. I don't care if I'm in California.
Yes,
I want my book autographed and sent to me. No matter what location I am in. So I'm so proud of your accomplishment. Like I said, I can't not wait to pick this book up and read it. I think it's going to be a delight, and I hope it opens some eyes for some people and maybe help some people out.
I do too.
Because a lot of people are in a dark space.
Yes.
And there's a lot of mental illness going around. There's mental illness in my family and things like that. Yes. So, just to hear that and maybe get uplifted, to put you in a better place.
Yes.
And
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, so. And I'm hoping, I can't, like I said, I can't wait. Yeah. Like I saw you on social media and I said, oh, and she got this book out and they told me about this book. Go visit her. Like, what's going on? Like, I picked up the phone and called you like, the book is out and I didn't get a call. Like, what's going on?
You're like, girl, what's going on with the book? Is it out?
Right, I want to know. Inquiring minds.
She's like, look, I'm coming. I got all my equipment.
Right.
We're going to do this interview. I'm going to sit over here, come and drink some wine. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about that book.
Right. Like I said, I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for anybody that's out here trying to be positive.
Oh, most definitely.
So
most definitely.
Like I said, you're here today, gone tomorrow. Exactly. So, anything that I can do to help you out at any time,
girl,
I'm here for you.
You just being there, this is a blessing. You coming over, bring me some wine. Girl, opening my pilot, and y'all gotta get on there and watch Wine Whenever. She be throwing some gems out there, some information.
Girl, I'm trying to get my girls, because I used to drink hard liquor, and tequila was my drink. And I would drink tequila straight. Don't give me any ice. Give me a shot. Give me 2-3 shots at a time. But what? Tequila had me acting some kind of way. So I was like, what? I need to put that tequila down. And so when I went to California and started, visiting my daughter and met some great people out there, and was invited to all kind of parties, and it was a wine thing. It was like, okay, I see this. Let me start digging into this wine. So and I still I'm not where I want to be with it, but you encourage me all the time to put out videos.
I'm like, I ain't seen.
It's like I learned something.
Every time I watch your segments, I'm learning something that I didn't know,
and I'm so glad. I really appreciate that. So I'm trying to bring it. I'm trying to make sure. But I, not mess up the name. Some of them are French. My son-in-law is French, so I be trying. I be like, how you say this?
Girl, pronouncing those words like and I'm tripping over.
Girl. So like I said, I appreciate you. I'm gonna wind this segment down. I'm gonna drink some wine, eat some of this cheese and grapes. And you guys, thanks for watching. Again, this is Robin Haysbert. Her book is Scattered. I will definitely let you know when this book is on the market and ready to be sold. Are you going to go to like Amazon, or are you going to go?
Amazon, also Barnes & Nobles.
Okay.
It's going to be an ebook
as
well.
Okay.
So, it's going to be global.
Okay.
The distribution will be global. So,
Okay. So we will. I will definitely let you know, and I'm sure if you follow Robin on Instagram now, is your Instagram name is under Robin Haysbert?
It's under Robin Haysbert.
Okay, so you can find her on Instagram under Robin Haysbert. Are you on any other social media platform?
Facebook.
Okay. So definitely watch for this book. Like I said, I believe it's going to be a great one. I can't wait for it to come out. And other than that, you know, guys, stay blessed up.
Yes.
And drink up, but drink responsibly.
Yes.
And I'll see you again in another segment of Wine Whenever. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's pour some more wine.